Yes, so we are back. This is all season three, episode two. We've got an interesting topic to trash out tonight. I hope you guys are ready. Grab hold of your popcorn or whatever you have to grab hold again. What do you grab hold again? Pint of beer in the cinema? Because this is going to be a blockbuster. Now, we got public display of affection. Oh, I gave it up. It was PDA. PDA, yeah or nay?
Nay.
And let me just let out a secret. I went to Google it because I didn't know what it was, and it was surprising because I started to think whether it was a police defense academy, or pensioners defense academy or something. Then I Googled it and it said,
Dude, you're showing your age.
okay, okay. And I Googled it. It said it's public display of affection, and it will interest you to know there's so many statistics behind this, how people feel about it. And 99% of the public don't like it, so it shouldn't be public display of affection. According to my dictionary, it should be private display of affection. What's your take on this, guys?
Wow.
I mean, I feel like I feel it's one of the most polarizing topics, when you talk about relationships. I mean, some people love holding hands. Literally, they cannot keep their hands away from each other. And
Even in this social distancing era, you still hold hands.
Now,
Nah,
like,
man. I ain't holding hands.
If you're in a relationship and if you're living in this, I mean, you're kissing each other, so I don't think holding hands is that much of a big issue.
It's not a big issue, yeah. And so
Okay.
while some people can feel grossed out from it, but some people like it. I don't mind. I think it's important to me because it shows that I'm comfortable with my partner and I'm amenable to our romantic connection. But in terms of how far I can go, I don't think I can post it maybe on Instagram. I can't do that, but maybe like taking a walk with my man, leaning over for a kiss or a peck, at that moment, I feel like we're in our own bubble, our own world. So it doesn't really matter. No shame, to be honest. And what I try to do is I try to ignore my Instagram gene. That's what I call it. Avoid posting or feeding people breads online so they see what the hell, who is this person? Who is this? Or is she in a relationship? I avoid that.
Yeah.
But
what if that person sweats a lot? Will you still hold hands?
Sweat.
What do you mean by sweat?
Sweat a lot.
I mean,
when you some people their palms sweat a lot.
But
I don't know why
he
can
so
wipe.
what's the difference?
Come on.
Holding hands, knee. You go and wash your hands.
My palm sweats a lot, and I give you my palm to hold, and you hold my hand while we walk in the street.
Your sweat
right?
is my sweat.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I don't know about that, but
That's
okay.
See, Nana got a different opinion. Nana, come on.
I don't know about your sweat is my sweat.
Okay.
But I understand. I do understand where Sandra's coming from. That it's just natural bodily fluids, and I don't think I personally don't think you should be grossed out by natural bodily fluids. That's my personal opinion. So wipe your hands. Have a handkerchief. I don't know. Okay,
but
wipe it on your clothes.
If you kiss the person, is that not even more gross than sweat?
Holding hands. On a typical day, you plan to meet outside of Victoria Station, and you coming from work, he's coming from work, and you hug, and you decide to start holding and say, "Oh, honey, your palm is kind of wet."
I'll give you tissue to wipe your palm. I don't understand. I don't think it's that much of a big deal. It's just sweat. Honestly,
it's just
that's
sweat.
how I'm seeing it. It's just sweat.
Well,
if it's bad, I can wipe it. If it's bad,
bad. Thank you. Bad hygiene is completely different. Yeah,
take some gum.
That is different.
And then you
can
kiss
me. Let's not go too far. Now,
okay.
PDA, people say they actually use the word disgusting. They said, "Come on, man. You have to have concerns for other people. You have to care for other people around you." They say they don't mind the odd, just hug, patting on the head, and just a little peck here and there, but it gets overly too much when they start doing all the tongue kissing and kind of smooshing outside. What do you say?
But I think it depends on.
Do you care about others around you when you do these things?
I mean, it all depends. I think you need to be aware of where you are.
Yeah.
But of course, like that has to be something that you have to factor in. But I always say it's what you're comfortable with. I mean, you see some couples, and I know I've been guilty of this. And I look at them, I'm like, get a room. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, if I'm single, that's how I feel.
So you're biased. You're biased when you're single.
Whatever.
Even
But some
when I'm
people are
not
doing too
single.
much, though.
Yeah,
Some
thank you.
people are doing too much.
So how do you define too much? How do you define too much?
Okay, kissing, holding hands, but that's the thing. The thing is that defining too much, everybody has their own interpretation of what too much is. So I think that's where the problem lies.
I could
I don't know.
I think it's pretty much too much.
It's pretty much how far you can even go. As it's as with just about anything. It's pretty much it's pretty much political. You know, I first of all, I try to just what people consider the concept of public. What does it mean to them? So like, I don't mind. Like some people love. They want to show the world like, oh, see us, you know, they want to post, they want us to see this electricity between us, this connection, like that says,
shock somebody.
You're mine, the power, the entitlement, the affirmation that comes from this, you know, PDA. But I like I said, I feel it's important to me because it shows that I'm comfortable with my man, and it's all about being comfortable with your partner, and also allows you to be seen as a unit by others.
So that means. So that means
I would do it, but it's just how far I can go. So I'm not gonna overdo it. Like I said, I'm not gonna be shamed to. I don't feel it's a bad thing for me to lean over my man's shoulder or kiss him or him rubbing my hands.
Are you squeezing his butt cheek? Sorry, I'm just asking. Now some people do it. I've seen people do it. I'm asking.
Kiss the butt cheek?
No, squeeze the butt cheek. I said squeeze.
Oh, I thought you said kissing the butt cheek. That's what I said.
Public now.
Come on.
Sandra.
Okay. No, that was what you said. But
look,
no, but I don't like it when a man like spank you on your ass in public. I find that disrespectful. But maybe squeeze it, just a little touch.
Discreetly,
squeeze.
But you said something, Sandra. So you're doing it because you want people to see you as a unit. So it tells me.
I don't want people. I'm just saying that I don't mind. I don't care who is seeing, because if we're in public walking and I kiss my man, definitely members of public will see you. But I don't care for that. I don't care. I like holding hands. I'm touchy, feeling.
I thought the impression is to get people to know, okay, we're so in love.
But some people are doing it as
some people do show
that, though. To
How
show
do you know
people
that?
like,
to mark their territory. You know what? You can tell when a woman is trying to mark their territory. Let's be for real.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway,
that one is another.
For me,
exactly. I was just about to say that.
I won't say that I don't do PDA, but if you saw me and my wife, if you were to observe me and my wife walking for an hour, probably we would never hold hands for that whole hour, and I would never hug her or put my hand around her. Yeah. That's just me, and she's that kind of person as well. I guess for me, it's private. With the things about internet and social media, whether that's public space, because you were talking about public space. Yeah, it's all of that is public space. I don't do any of that anyway. People can interpret that the way they want. They say, those men who don't post that or women who don't post all those stuff, they're kind of hiding something. I just think it's my business. It's got nothing to do with you.
It's your business.
You can say whatever you want to say.
Exactly.
But with the PDA thing, it's never come to me before, like consciously, that I needed to do it. It's only in this country that I realized that it is some subject that they talk about. So I'm like, well, never occurred to me, you must hold hands, you must kiss, you must rub the back of the neck. But I know how to do those things. That's what I'm saying. But sometimes
I think it also kind of comes down to your love language, like, because I
physical touch.
Affection. Yeah, exactly.
Physical touch is your love language. Okay.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. So yeah, but I don't overdo this thing. Like I don't overdo, but I want my man to want to hold my hands when we're going out.
So okay, let's drag you a bit, Sandra. Say you like these things, and your man say, I really don't like it, and you see that he resists, so it kind of changes when you do that. how would that affect your relationship then?
That would, I guess, before we even build a relationship, I would know the kind of person he is, and I'll know, is this something I can put up with? So I don't think I've been with a man who doesn't like to show affection in public, or kiss me, or hold me. I've never been with someone who wouldn't want to. But before I get into a relationship with that person, I think I'll know the kind of person you are, and I know, okay, you're the kind of person that doesn't like to kiss in public. And if I'm okay with that, fine.
I don't know. Maybe for me, I don't think PDA is a deal breaker. I think
It's
either
not
way,
a deal.
I don't care.
Because I will kiss though.
But in my mind, it's really not that. It's not that serious.
It's not serious, right? So it won't be a determinant.
That's the way I see it. But then I've been told that apparently I'm not affectionate. So I don't know. I don't agree, but
do you guys think that Hollywood and movies got an influence on PDA?
Definitely.
Sorry, Hollywood. Did you say Hollywood?
Hollywood, Nollywood,
yeah,
Bollywood, movies,
everything.
What do we have here?
Because I think we have this very idealized idea of like what romance should be, and when it doesn't fit that bill, some people do feel some type of way.
Yeah.
So he needs to buy you flowers. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I like flowers personally.
I don't like flowers.
Love flowers.
I don't even know how to do with the flowers.
The only flowers I buy into the house is vegetables for soup. Simple as that. I ain't wasting money for flowers when we
spinach.
Dude, what do you mean?
Classic spinach, ugu leaf. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
No,
I ain't bringing no
like
flowers to the house, and we just put it out there. We need to be cooking soup for that flower. Can we make soup for me? Great.
No.
If not, then
dude, no. I like
kidding.
flowers personally. Like I said, like I like flowers. Flowers are nice. I really like flowers.
Because the thing why I brought the Hollywood in, you see some movies, the man is coming from somewhere, I don't know, war or whatever. The lady is running towards him, and this guy just lifts the lady. Come on, if I try that now, I know my wife is quite petite. If I try that, that's my spinal cord, man. I won't be able to go into work. So that's why I won't do it. I gotta watch my paycheck.
But Judy, you have to know your limitations. Maybe you may not be able to like lift her up and like, I don't know, throw her up in the air.
You could just
but I'm sure you
peck,
you can give her a peck,
No, we'll do that.
Kiss her on the forehead.
Are you sure?
Yeah. When I'm coming back from work,
she does it way more than you do. Did you see how she leaned
she
over
does.
and touched your shoulder?
Yeah, she does. That's fact. She does it more than me. I think I completely get lost in the moment and I just forget. So that's why I said,
but do you
sometimes
at least show affection to
your
wife?
I do. Even in the private space, even when the kids are not there, it don't come naturally. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you were there, if you sat with us like for 1 hour, you won't even know if I was married to her or she was married to me. So we're cool like that.
So you're those ones that probably just save your touchy feeling stuff in the heat of the bedroom. Just let it be there.
I think so.
See.
You could say that. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, and that's okay.
You could say that. Yeah.
If you want your boyfriend, that's okay. Yeah,
you're spot on. You could say that. So
that's okay.
So I don't get into. And again, we've got children, and you try to steal a kiss, and they go, ew.
You don't want to send the wrong message to them. You have to be careful. Yeah.
No. You have to do that. I think it's very healthy for parents.
It's healthy, but it's as far as it's what you do though. If it's like pet kissing, that's fine. But like,
I mean, come on. I'm not talking about heavy petting in front of your children. Come on,
like grabbing ass in front of kids now. They'll think it's normal.
Yeah, you can do it. I think it's healthy for kids to see their parents interacting and like romantically.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. They see all of that.
I think it's actually very good for children to see that, and I advocate that a lot. I'm thinking if I get married and I have kids,
what is appropriate for them to see? So like, I wouldn't want my husband touching my butt in front of my kid, but he can kiss me in my forehead, in my lip, we can hug. But like grabbing my ass or touchy,
can you slap it?
No, slap in front of my child.
No, not even like a little. Okay.
What are you? Can't you wait till we enter inside the room? What are you doing?
Sorry, I just want to know where.
So my child will now feel. My son will now feel. Oh, okay, I like this girl. Let me grab her ass because daddy grabs.
No, but come on.
I think the message you send them. Okay. I get where you're coming from. That's very important because the idea mommy and daddy love each other.
Yes, love each other, of course.
There's this connection between them.
Can I also just interject? Like when you say like your son will now think, oh, let me go and I like this girl, let me squeeze her butt. That's when you need to have a conversation with your child about consent.
No, of course.
You're right. Because
you're right.
I think that also has to come into play and establishing boundaries. Just because I'm married to your father, like we decide to show our love in this way, but it's because one, we're both comfortable with it. We've agreed to do this. So these conversations also need to be had. It's not just a matter of, I don't think it's just, dad grabs mommy's ass. So when I see a girl I like,
but I think what you two have touched on is what we call space. So whether it is, because we're talking about the home now. You would think the home should be a public place, but what Sandra touched on, because there are children involved, and Nana, you too, because there are children there, it's become no longer a private space, but a public space because there are other beings involved.
Yeah,
so that's the same thing when you're out in the public. I don't think anyone would expect me to walk in McDonald's, just squeezing my girl's bum, kissing, giggling, all that stuff.
I've seen people do that though. People do that. I was just about to say, I think
but that's because you don't care. You don't care about what they think. But when you have a child, you will care about that kind of thing. Like, I'm not gonna jump on my husband. He carries me and my legs wide open, and my kid is there. I don't know what kind of message I'm sending to my child. I wouldn't do that.
What about this one? You've got a long sofa in the house. You got a long, how do you call it? Couch seats on the train.
Yeah.
The bus has got 2 seats. And now your partner is clinging and squeezing you like, what? Come on, man. Give me space. That's why we have 2 seats here. You guys, what do you think about that? Is that PDA?
Maybe, come on. You just made it sound like somebody's irritating.
No. Okay, you're sat on your own. If you're on the bus now, you got 2 seats. You're sat, your wife or your husband or your partner or whatever is sat. And now they've left half of their space to cling on to you. And you're squeezing for air.
Do that. It's just like looking for trouble.
I think, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pull a Sandra and say I do that. It depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm like, why are you trying to enter me?
She said, pull a Sandra.
I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm just like not in the mood. I'm just like, what are you trying to do? Do you want to come and enter me or what? Like, can I have some space? And sometimes I'm not. Honestly, sometimes you have to be honest. There's some days where it's like I don't actually feel like it. Like, you're annoying me. Can you like give me some space? So I think you have days. There's some days, it's all lovey-dovey, and other days you're just like, yo, give me some space. Yeah.
Well, if you ask me though, I don't think we should really care about not being arrogant, that we shouldn't really care about our surroundings and people around us. If you're in the moment and maybe 2 of you started talking and you just reminded each other of something, the day you met or something that you guys just did and you won, or you just scored a winning somewhere and you smile and you say, do you remember that? It's okay. But society where we live, I remember a while ago, a man took his daughter out to have food. I think the whole family went out, but him and the daughter were sat in McDonald's or Nando's. I can't remember which of them. One of those fast food restaurants, and somebody interpreted it like an old man with a young girl think they were into a relationship, and they called the police, and he was saying, "That's my daughter. What's the problem?" So
that's the issue.
So the issue with PDA is not so much as a judgment on the people doing it; it's a judgment on the people watching the society. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay.
So if I saw you and your boyfriend, for example, or your partner, I saw you and a man kissing. Should it really bother me? Should I not just go mind my own business?
Yeah, I think so. But you would mind your business, wouldn't you? What else would you do? You should.
Let's see if you're my mother's like, you know, those aunties that they will
even then, honestly, even
I call your mother, I saw her having sex in the streets.
Even I mean, like even I think even those aunties, okay, are you come to beat me? Honestly, I think that's where I've gotten to. I'm like, yeah, you're going to talk, but at the end of the day, when you talk, you're going to be done talking.
Yeah. So it's more of a judgment on the people. It's more of a judgment on society, as opposed to the 2 people who are doing this through consent, they agreed to do their stuff.
They've agreed to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So society judges which is too much, because the statistics, like I said, it was grim reading. I thought, wow, people are really angry about this PDA
people are
stuff.
really angry about that.
Yeah. You won't believe it.
But I think, I've read article where they say, how far can you go?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How far can you go? So I can go that far as
it's kissing, a peck, and a hug.
Yeah, that one. And in terms of like maybe going on Instagram and showing me, I wouldn't even show my
Instagram. Okay.
On Instagram.
I have never posted any man in my entire life on any of my social media that I have dated, and I will never do that in Jesus' name.
Before somebody would start helping me to count how many breakups I've had. Let me just
exactly.
Sandra, she brought Jesus into the conversation.
Said in Jesus' name. I don't even want to be rude. The
I am not going to show anybody.
I'm not going to stop saying this. Men can embarrass you.
They will embarrass you.
How? Explain.
Embarrass you.
Further.
Let me leave my sister to explain, Nana.
Men will embarrass you. This is the thing, right? I don't think there's any man that I have dated that hasn't embarrassed me in one way or another. And one thing I like
that embarrassment is just inside though.
When it's internal embarrassment, it's good. I can deal with it myself. Exactly. I can call my girls and I can talk about it. But when it's internet embarrassment, I had an ex that went on holiday with a girl and told me he was on holiday with boys, and they were both posting photos. Imagine if I had him. I always think about it. Imagine if I actually had him on my socials. That's how people would be like, oh, isn't that your man? Is that your man?
But in as much as we were trying to save face, I think it's the best way to catch your partner if he's doing something silly. So I've seen
agree with that.
Post their man on social media. You now see all the girls that he's been doing since 5 years ago.
I don't think it's actually a foolproof way to catch. Let me tell you the truth. Except those people are not really into it and they're not enjoying it. Look.
Yeah.
Whether I post my wife from now till Jesus comes, if I have other babes out there, they will just keep mute.
We're okay with you posting your wife. We're not.
No. If I had other girlfriends,
no, he said if you had other girlfriends, but dude, if you had other girlfriends and you post them, I'm sorry, you're stupid.
No, if I had you see, that's the thing. I won't have girls out there and start posting them when I don't post my wife. It's gonna be my wife all the time. They should know that.
But your other girlfriends will not even say anything because they're already there enjoying you, enjoying the money you're giving them. Why would you
Why would you say? Why would you
not going to spoil it?
Exactly. Why?
Because you already knew that I was married. So you're commenting. So if I ever saw that you went about.
Men can embarrass you. I am not posting any man on my social media. When you embarrass me, let me deal with that internally.
You're just talking about men embarrass you. You haven't said what that.
No, I haven't told you how the. Okay. For instance, let's take it as you post your man all over the internet. Everybody knows that you're together. That's when another woman will come to you as a woman, and women do that. And they'll come and say, "Oh, you know, you're a woman." Yeah, they'll come to you as a woman. And you know when things go sour, and when things go sour, unfortunately, when things go sour, some women don't know how to keep their mouth shut and deal with things going. They'll now come and they'll now sabotage the whole thing for all of you, and it happens. So if I don't post you when things go sour, will you come and find me to come and know that to come to me as a woman? No, absolutely not.
Nobody will know. If you break up, nobody will know. If you just,
I love it. And do you know how I always say this? How many breaks up I've had and no stress. Nobody come and ask me, oh, what happened to your boyfriend? Because nobody knows. Apart from my close friends, nobody knows anything. And it's honestly peace of mind.
Careful what I tell them.
So that's your reason. Those are your reasons for not putting stuff on social media.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Valid.
Yes, one of the reasons. Yeah. One of them is I don't think it's needed. Like, what am I trying to prove to you? Exactly. I'm posting my man kissing him. And so what? Okay.
It's also about the territory. It's about you marking your territory too.
It's already been marked. I don't need to show you.
Yeah. It's about you marking your territory.
Mark my territory. It's already been marked. It's mine.
Because, I mean, why would you? Personally, I have no interest in marking my territory because one thing I know is that people will know exactly what they were, whether you want to mark territory or not. people are still going to do exactly what they're going to do.
Thank you.
I am.
Okay.
I don't think I ever
want
want to get to that. Exactly. I don't ever want to get to that point where I'm doing things so that people know that, oh, this is my man, or he, like, because I honestly, I don't have time. Well, that's one.
Okay.
And two, I know that men will do it whatever if you like.
They want to.
Come on, man. You guys are
A man
generalizing.
that doesn't want to be kept would not.
I mean,
would not stay.
It's
He
a
wants
fact,
to go.
and it's a
It shouldn't not be a man or a woman who doesn't want to be kept. Why always a man?
Okay, well, let's
I'm
apply
from
that
my
same
perspective,
principle for
because I date
women
men.
too. Okay.
I'm only speaking from my perspective because I date men.
I see. Exactly. Thank you.
But someone who doesn't want to be kept
that's
will
why
not be kept.
that's why I'm saying men, because I date men.
Yeah.
Anyway, viewers at home, if you're watching, we've been discussing public display of affection, yeah or nay. You can see how heated and comical the whole thing is.
Yeah.
So do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can also listen to the podcast on Spotify. Thank you. Okay, PDA is quite heated. Okay. So you're okay to show it outside on the streets, but you're not okay to put it on the internet. Okay.
No, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can hold your hands. I can kiss you on the street.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can.
So how long the kisses?
I think these days, you know, my issue with social media.
Who is counting the minutes of the
1
kiss?
Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
I don't do that these days.
I don't know who does that.
Whatever kiss it is. You just do it.
French kissing or normal peck. We just do the thing and go out and be working mind our business.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So for you too. For me,
absolutely. But I think there was a time where I was uncomfortable because there was this French guy I dated, and you know French people, they're all lovely, whatever. And he wanted to French kiss me in public, and I hate the idea of seeing your tongue inside my mouth.
So is that what French kissing is?
Yeah, so I don't mind you kissing me and then the tongue comes after. But when I see you sticking, I'm like,
I see.
Oh God. But so I was so embarrassed, like
did you see the length of the tongue? Thinking, oh my God, my
I literally saw the length. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm about to kiss. I'm like, you have to show me your tongue, and people are here. So I was embarrassed. Yeah.
Wait, so what did you did you just be like
no?
Or like,
I'm like,
what are you doing?
I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, I want to kiss. I was like, you sticking on your tongue like that? He said, but the tongue is gonna go. And I mean, that's interesting. Here. Like, I don't even like the idea of seeing your tongue first. So, and again, people were there. Maybe I think because people were there. Like, I think that's what it is.
It's because you had an audience.
Yeah, I had an audience. Maybe. I don't know, but sometimes I don't mind holding and kissing, but I think it's just the way you wanted to kiss me. I'm like, we're not in the bedroom, so don't be sticking your tongue like that. Like, that one is too much for me. So yeah.
Do you think maybe familiarity can actually put a stop to PDA between couples or partners?
What do you mean?
You think that's one of the reasons? Okay.
I do get what you're saying in terms of like, especially people. I think some people in long-term relationships say this, and long-term marriages, where sometimes they feel like they're like brothers and sisters. I've heard this a lot. For a lot, and I'm like,
my wife
I hope I never get to that stage.
No. But honestly, like we're having like people do say that, and they do describe like they're romantic when they've been together for so long, and it's like like we're like brothers and sisters. And like, there's no like that scares. So
there's no romance. Like there's no affection, nothing. Jude, can you relate to that?
No.
Jude.
No, I don't see my wife as my sister. She don't see me as a brother. That would be crazy. Yeah, but like I said, it's not PDA is not something that we started and all of a sudden it fell off. So that's why we're still going, because we never had that. You see where I'm coming from? So
I guess like our parents back in the day, like they don't.
Are you saying I'm old school?
Sorry, I mean, I don't see my mom and dad doing that. I don't see them kissing. So I guess that's how they were brought up. You know.
Yeah, but I think the older gen have this thing of like, you know, there are things that are private that you do and like you do when you're alone.
I see where this is going. You guys are using terms like older gen and everything for me. Come on, man.
No,
you're young, bro. You're young.
When are you guys going to start paying your tithe and offering to me? Older gen, pay your tithes to me. Is that not what the scripture said? So yeah, we never started on that note. So for us, it's just been. It's not like it don't happen, but I think I am more reluctant to really start holding out there in public and holding hands. And I think the reluctance is from my side mostly, mainly because so many things are in my head, man. Most times I'm there with you and I'm somewhere else. I'm never in a place for as long as 2 minutes. My mind just kept flitting like that. So I'm that sort of person. So I can't hold it. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, that's probably that's the
I
reason for
think
me.
some of my friends, I think my friends, they see me as someone who isn't even like affectionate. Like some of my friends saw me with the guy I introduced them to, and they saw how touchy I am with him, and they were like, "I didn't know you were into that kind of thing. We thought you were always like gang, tough woman." I'm like, I like to be kissed, but what are you talking about, like? So I don't even look like one that likes to show affection and stuff. But I love these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I get that. I think sometimes I don't know what it is. I had a situation like that where my friend was like, I've never seen you like be affectionate. What are you doing? She was like, I was actually very shocked. And we've been friends for years, since I was 11. So we've been friends for a long time. She was like, I've never seen you like this with anyone. This is strange.
This is strange. Yeah, it's always strange to them. And it's not something you can even
what
explain.
Do you mean? She was like, you're not affectionate, Nana. And I was like, really? I don't know,
because when they even say to me, "Oh, love you," I say, "Shut up, bitch." Like I don't even want to say "love you" to my friends. I love them, but when they say "I love you," I say, "Oh yeah, bitch, shut up."
Okay,
but
that's
when
another
they
one.
see
Interesting.
Yeah, so they don't. Even my mom, she was like, "I love you." I was like, "Okay, bye." Like I'm uncomfortable to say that, but when they see me all lovey, I don't know why. Like I show you that I love you. No, not to my man. No, I don't.
Okay.
I say that to my man, but to my girls, like my friend, she's like, "Oh, bye, I love you." Like, because we speak Dutch together. She's like, "Oh, how funny you are." I'm like, "We go bye." I got the call. But when she now saw me like on my guy's lap, touching, she's like, "Oh, yeah. Okay, Sandra. Okay. What am I seeing?" I'm like, what are you seeing? And it's not even uncomfortable to talk about it with them. They're like, "Oh, I don't think you're that kind of person." I was like, I do like to kiss my man. I don't know. It's not because I'm not kissing you in public. I can kiss my man. You're a girl. But when I say I love you, you don't like to say it. But I was like, because it's uncomfortable.
Why is that uncomfortable though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't like touchy feel. I don't like touchy emotional feelings with girls.
No, but I've been asked before though.
Is it just with like your female friendship? Because what about your male friendship? Is it applied across board between your female friendship and your male friendship?
Male friendship. I'm quite interested. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't feel comfortable saying I love you. I show it, like I do a lot to show. I just show it. And only like just few instances I've said I love you because like, oh my God, Sandra, just say it. Sorry. Oh my God, Sandra, just say it. I was like, okay, I love you. But I just it's so cringy.
I think I know where you're coming from. I've been asked these questions a lot by people, and I think my wife has said it a couple of times. Like it won't hard to say I love you sometimes or you love me. But you see, I'm not going to say I have reasons for not doing that. But replies or responses I've given, one of them is this: I won't say I love you when I don't actually mean it. There's no point. So if you can say you love me 200 times, your business. I don't really love you. So my younger sister, it took me a while to start saying I love you too back to her. She would say I love you. I'll be like, okay, bye, good night. So again, another thing.
But it's not like they don't know. They know that you love them.
Yeah, from our actions, like you said, from our actions, they know this guy cares.
Of course,
I translate that caring to love. But I guess some people really want the information verbally. But for me, I also didn't hear those words at all growing up. It's not something used to me. My little boy was the one who started to even force it out of me. It would start outside the door from when he was very young. He still says it, and his younger brother don't. He will start outside the door as he's off to school. Love you, Papa. And it took me a while for me to start responding back. Love you, son. Love you, son.
I wish I could say is the same with me. I heard that growing up.
Quite heavy I heard that for me to do it.
I heard like my mom say I love you, my brother. It's just so uncomfortable for me to say that. But
even when my wife says I love you, I feel it's so heavy coming out of my mouth. It's not natural. That's the
it's
word.
not natural.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, because you
is.
haven't. If you haven't growing up, if you haven't experienced that and that wasn't the norm, then I think a lot of the times I would say this, especially in like African households, they show that they love you. Like saying that they love you isn't really something that a lot of them do.
True.
No, honestly. And sometimes when you're like, oh, you don't say I love you, it's like, oh no, but I do this for you, I do that for you. What do you mean by you're asking me whether or not I love you?
True.
And I think that's what it is.
Classical response.
My mom always says she loves me, but growing up. But as an adult now, one time we stayed together for like, I think I went to visit them and I was working from home, and then she just came to kiss me on my neck. I'm like, I was like, I love you. I'm like,
very territorial.
And kiss me. She's like,
no.
Okay. But it just felt strange. But then she kept doing it again. I was like, okay. You know,
so probably.
I think it depends, because I would say that growing up, I think my dad was more of the affectionate one. Like my dad still says I love you, like calls me babes, still like honestly kisses me and everything. Yeah, honestly,
that's sweet. That's so sweet.
So for example, say my wife was like, say I was traveling and she drove me to the airport and she decided to scream, "Love you." that's a local. I'm just walking
away. Jude, come on. Jude said, so what?
It won't come out. It won't come out. Love you too. No, it's not me. It's not natural. We could say that in the car. Kiss you, hug you. I say, I'll see you guys next week. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye. I think I'm more kind of PDA when I'm on the phone. When I'm outside of the house and I start testing and all of that.
Okay, so because they can't see you, the person you're saying I love you can't see you.
I think I'm that kind of person. Yeah, I can do that.
Why does it change when the person's in front of you? Because
because it's the language, it's the body language as well. When you're even telling the person I love you, they can see the movement. It's different, and it's different. One. You can receive it differently as opposed to on the phone and in person.
Typical one. I'm on the computer working all day and I'm stressed because my job is stressful, like your jobs as well. We do similar things, so. You're stressed from talking to people and you just hear somebody behind your shoulder. As my wife is walking towards my shoulder to even put the keys there and say, I love you, I'm already feeling territorial. And she said, I love you. I just say,
I love you too.
Imagine if I said that.
So, yeah, I also feel uncomfortable when I hear my guy say, I love you. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it because I haven't heard that word a lot from
a lot of times for me,
from a father figure. So when a guy say I love you, I'm like, you sure? Like but I don't know. It's just and it's even more uncomfortable when they're saying it to you as opposed on the phone. Because on the phone you can get away with it. You can just mumble, I love you too, cut it. But when they're next to you, like I don't even know how to say it.
So is it the case?
Heavy.
So is it the case that we're not stereotyping any culture or any set of people? Is it the case that those children who grew up in those homes where hugs were like freely given, loves you, all everywhere, they grow up doing that too? Whether they disguise it or not, they're so used to it, they could easily say those things when they don't even mean it. Is it the case that's
what is strange for me is I grew up around love. My auntie will hug me, my cousin will hug me, they'll carry me. I was the only girl around guys.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like I didn't grow up around that, but it's just I just find it hard to express how I feel or to tell you I love, but I will show you. I probably will tell you I love you. I will sit next to you and be stroking your hair and touching your legs. That's me telling you I love you. Or I'll cook for you. I love you, but I can't say I love you. I can't. I don't know.
No, I think some guys.
I think if you. I mean, I can stroke your beard and stroke your thing, and I don't love you.
Ooh, my beard.
Okay, good. Obviously, yeah. But like, if I'm in love with you and stuff, and I don't say it, I do a lot to show that I love you. But sometimes, just in the text, if I could just say I love you via text, but to now tell you I love you, it's very heavy.
I think I'm that kind of person too. I think I'm that.
So it doesn't mean that we didn't go around.
You can text I love you, but it's hard for you to say.
It's hard for me to say it. So I'm more. I can text it to you, but I can't.
If I don't love you, I'm not saying I love you personally.
I think I'm the type of person who will even go, I love you anyway. So
That's when you want to
Okay.
like talk to somebody
but,
like, oh,
but,
you know,
but
I love
sometimes
you.
you want affirmation. You want to be affirmed. I mean, it's nice to be affirmed.
Yeah, but like Sandra said, man, you cook that nice
Even though
food
I
for the
think words of
person. That's
affirmation
affirmation.
But you can say that by text, can't you? You can text the person, I love you.
True.
Yeah, and they receive it just as much as they will receive it when you say it.
But you know, there's different ways of saying I love you. You can say love you, love, you know?
Oh, no, I will tell you I love you, not love you. That love you one is like you telling your sister that. I love you. I'll tell you that. I'll type you that. Type to you.
I love you. You know, you
I
need
love
to
you.
know.
Yeah. I love you.
Again, when it comes to PDA, it's got to do with cultural background and your upbringing.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were like you mentioned earlier about the French guy, so if that is how they do it, and you from where you come from, I remember when Macron went to Nigeria, the president of France, he hugged Buhari. Imagine a man giving Buhari double peck. Buhari got confused.
He got confused, but in
our
in other
president got confused. And he smiled a bit like, smiled a bit like, "Whoa, maybe that was too much, man. Why didn't my aides tell me this was going to happen? I would have said to them, tell Macron a handshake would do."
But he should know.
He should know. Even in the Netherlands, men kiss each other like 3 times.
He should know. But again, protocol as a president, his aides should have said, "President, what do you want?" President would have sent his own to say, "Look, I don't want the French kiss," or they would have said, "You know what, just accept it." He did it, the double, and you could see our president kind of giggled or smiled a bit like, "Oh, that's too much. My wife don't even do that." so it's culture. You need to know, like the Italians will do that. You will even think it's too much. They'll do that, hug you, do it. So it's culture. If you don't know that it's that part of their way of life, you would think, "Oh my gosh, that was really too much. I don't want to be around this person again." They want to tell the whole world we're dating. I don't want that.
Barry is dating the French president.
So you see, PDA can be translated to be different things, man. It can really put people off. I've heard stories.
I think I can understand. I can understand why people get put off by it.
Yeah.
But I think there's certain people
I don't want to be around them.
Yeah, so I can be biased by it, like you said. If I'm single and I see people kissing together, I'm so gross. I want to slap both of you. Like, get a room.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
So I'm biased. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what? Is that biased or?
Well, isn't that a bit of jealousy?
I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
Yeah, you are.
Well, okay, I'm jealous.
Yes, you're a hater.
Yeah, I'm a hater. Yes, get a room. But when I'm in a relationship, I don't mind. You can kiss in front of them. I don't care. If I'm single and you guys are doing too,
is that because is that why is that an issue?
Because you're enjoying life. I'm there miserable.
I mean, just because you're single doesn't mean you're miserable.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, don't do. I'm not saying I'm miserable.
I'm just saying
when I now see people kissing, I'm like, oh, I want that. But get out, get a room.
Babe,
like,
come on, you don't need to be in a relationship to get kissing. Anyway, ignore me. Oh my god.
Nah, it's fact though. It's not just whether you're single or not.
You don't need to be in a relationship to get physical intimacy. You don't, honestly.
So how do you do it then without a relationship?
You agree the terms of whatever. I mean, you agree amongst yourself. You agree amongst yourself.
I see what you mean.
What you're willing to do. I mean,
and it's not just it's not just single people too, even married couples.
Married people do it, exactly.
Yeah, I think I've seen people touching and kissing out. It will just come through my head like, wow, I'm missing that. But then I will then have this, when I go home, I'll give all of that. And by the time I go home, and I'm caught up in this, I forget. Simple as that. It just goes.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, PDA is healthy. I'm not saying it's not healthy, but society judges it in a different way. They say you need to be aware of your surroundings.
If you
were in a club, it's different. If you were in a family restaurant, they expect, society expects you to play a different role at every different places.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if one of your friends invited you to their baby shower or spinster's night,
you're not now gonna be doing that kind of thing.
You'll be doing that with your party. They will think you're taking the shower.
Common sense.
So I guess it's.
I mean, you can hold.
Common sense.
I mean, you can hold. You can hold hands. Maybe you can rub. You can rub his knee underneath the table. Like you can do other things, but of course, like I said, No, yeah, you have to be aware of your surroundings and know what's acceptable.
Yeah. So you play a different role. So you're in this class, you're in the workplace, you do that.
Yeah.
People start frowning faces. There's all sort of it's people. You're not doing it to please people, but I'm saying people there. People have feelings. You don't know what feelings you're gonna spark in these people and what atrocities they'll go out there and cause. You know what I mean? For example, imagine a guy who shot a lot of people. The last mass shooting in England. Who said he was unable to get a girlfriend. He felt it was useless not to get a girlfriend. Imagine nobody knew what triggered it. Maybe he saw some guys and girl kissing somewhere and thought, I need that. I want that. I'm not saying because of that, stop doing that in public though, but just be aware of your surroundings.
That was a rather dim view of it all.
Yeah, but it is what it is. That was what he said. He can't find love. He can't get a woman to really like him because he felt he wasn't good looking enough. And it's a society where all of this happens. You go out of the street, you see, before you walk like 10 minutes, you see PDA happening. So who knows what triggered him? I'm not saying because of that, you should then keep all your PDA in the bag. No, man. I'm just saying society expects us to play a different role, different places. In the restaurant, in the barbershop, in the hairdresser salon, in a club, you act differently. So
just be mindful of your surrounding, I guess.
I would definitely say that PDA is very much more acceptable when you're in the club. Life is I mean, like everything.
PDA is so many levels, so many shades.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But I think when you're in the club, maybe there's more room for you to push the boundaries a bit.
Let
me just say that,
because you can grind with your man and no one.
Exactly. And it's dark.
And the tongue kiss and the French kiss.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think there's definitely more room for you to. It is, for you to push the boundaries a bit more. I mean, live your best life. By all means.
Live your best life.
Viewers back home, you've heard. On that note, we're going to call it a day. Nana said, live your best life. I don't think you should allow people decide how you should live your life. But again, we're adults, we're responsible people. Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, just be aware of your surroundings.
Of others. Don't be too greedy with it, or Sandra is going to come with a sledgehammer when she's not in that mood. She sees you doing it, so be warned. Nana said, live your life. Sandra said, beware when you see me opposite you doing that stuff.
No, she put no, Jude. There's a caveat. Only when she's single.
Oh, there's a caveat. Okay. Only when but how do we know when you're single? So that's it. Well. Beware of Sandra when you see her. Beware doing your PDA. Don't be going your tongue kissing, bring out your long tongue, in trouble. On that, you're going to say good night, viewers. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow us. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.